Potato decided to become a genius. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. So Potato opened the laptop and searched how to become focused. One video became 2 videos became 8 videos. Then Potato watched a guy wake up at 4 a.m., drink green water, sit in silence and say, "This changed my life." Potato nodded seriously. Then Potato watched another video called, "Why You Are Lazy." Then another called, "How to Stop Being Lazy." Then another called, "The Secret Routine of Billionaires." By lunchtime, Potato had watched 6 hours of self-improvement content. Potato had opened 14 tabs, saved 32 videos, bought 1 course, downloaded a productivity app, and wrote 1 sentence in a notebook: "Tomorrow I change everything." Then Potato clicked 1 more video. 7 signs you are secretly smarter than everyone else. Potato watched the whole thing. And somehow, after all of that, Potato had learned nothing. So what happened? Potato is not stupid. Potato is not lazy. Potato has simply fallen into the biggest trap on the internet, the algorithm. See, Potato's brain was not built for endless videos. Potato's brain was built for real life. In real life, learning is simple. Potato tries something. Potato fails. Potato adjusts. Potato tries again. Potato improves, that is learning. But online, Potato watches someone else do something and thinks, "Yes, I understand this." Then the laptop closes, and 5 minutes later, Potato cannot explain a single thing. Watching feels like learning, but it is not learning. It is just looking. Potato watches a coding tutorial and feels like a coder. Potato watches a gym video and feels healthy. Potato watches a money video and feels rich for exactly 12 seconds. But nothing actually changed. Because the brain confuses exposure with skill. If Potato sees enough videos about discipline, Potato starts believing discipline is being built. But discipline is not built by watching discipline. Discipline is built when Potato does the boring thing after the video ends. And that is exactly where the algorithm wins. The algorithm does not care if Potato becomes smarter. It does not care if Potato finishes the course. It does not care if Potato builds the website. It does not care if Potato finally learns editing, coding, writing, fitness, money, or anything else. The algorithm has one job: keep Potato watching. That is it. Potato opens YouTube to learn one small thing, maybe how to edit better videos. The algorithm says, "Oh, Potato likes editing." So it shows 1 tutorial, then another tutorial, then top 10 editing mistakes beginners make. Then why your videos are boring. Then this AI tool will replace editors. Then how one teenager makes $50,000 a month editing videos. Now Potato is no longer learning editing. Potato is having a career crisis. 10 minutes later, Potato is watching a man explain why waking up at 5 a.m. will fix every problem in life. Potato forgot why the laptop was opened in the first place. The algorithm wins because it knows Potato very well. It sees what Potato clicks. It sees what Potato skips. It sees where Potato pauses. It sees which thumbnail made Potato curious. It sees which title made Potato insecure. And slowly, it builds a menu for Potato's weakest moments. Feeling behind in life? Here is a video called "You Are Wasting Your 20s." Feeling lazy? Here is "This Habit is Destroying Your Brain." Feeling ambitious? Here is "How to Become Rich Before Everyone Else." Feeling confused? Here are 200 more videos to make you even more confused. The algorithm does not feed Potato what Potato needs. It feeds Potato what Potato reacts to. And Potato reacts to easy things, quick answers, big promises, painful titles, simple tricks, magic routines. Potato wants vegetables, but the algorithm gives Potato chips. And Potato says this is studying. This is the loop of fake learning. Potato watches a video and feels productive. That feeling gives a small reward, so Potato watches another video, another small reward, then another. Potato feels like progress is happening because the brain is busy, but busy is not the same as better. A full watch history is not a skill. A saved playlist is not a result. A notebook full of quotes is not a changed life. Potato says, "I watched 4 hours of tutorials today." But did Potato make anything? Did Potato write anything, build anything, practice anything, repeat anything badly until it became slightly less bad? No. Potato just collected information like shiny rocks. And now Potato owns a mountain of shiny rocks. Very impressive. Completely useless. Real learning has friction. Real learning feels awkward. When Potato actually opens the editing software, suddenly everything is confusing. The buttons look scary. The timeline looks messy. The export settings look like a government form. So Potato thinks, maybe I need one more tutorial first. That sentence is dangerous. One more tutorial is how Potato stays beginner forever, because the internet makes preparation feel safer than practice. Watching is clean, doing is messy. Watching gives confidence, doing exposes the truth. Watching says you can do this. Doing says, okay, prove it. And Potato does not like that. Nobody likes that, because real learning hurts a little. You try, you fail, you feel dumb. You fix one thing, you fail again. Then one tiny piece clicks. That tiny click is real progress, but it is slower than the dopamine of another video. So the algorithm keeps offering motivation without movement. Potato watches a discipline video. Potato feels inspired. The inspiration fades, so Potato watches another discipline video. Inspiration comes back, then fades again. Soon Potato is not addicted to learning. Potato is addicted to feeling like learning is about to begin. That is the trap. Potato is always preparing to start, but never starting. And after weeks of this, Potato begins to feel tired, not because Potato worked hard, but because Potato carried the emotional weight of imaginary progress. So Potato says, maybe I am not disciplined. Maybe I am just not smart. Maybe I can never learn this. But that is not true. Potato's brain is not broken. Potato's environment is broken. Potato is trying to learn inside a casino of distractions. Every thumbnail is a slot machine. Every title pulls attention. Every next video promises that this one will finally fix everything. But Potato does not need more videos. Potato needs a smaller door. Here is how Potato escapes. First, Potato chooses one tiny goal, not I will master editing. No, that is too big, Potato says. Today I will edit one 30-second clip. That is it, not 10 tutorials. One clip. Potato opens the software, cuts one scene, adds one sound, exports one bad version. Bad is allowed. Bad is the entrance fee. Potato learns more from one ugly finished clip than from 5 perfect tutorials. Second, Potato watches with a job. Before opening a video, Potato asks, what am I here to take? One answer, one technique, one step. Then Potato watches only for that. When the answer comes, Potato closes the video, not after the next recommendation. Not after the funny comment section. Not after the creator says, before we continue, Potato closes it, because Potato is not there to be entertained. Potato is there to steal one useful thing and leave. Third, Potato blocks the buffet, autoplay off, recommendations hidden, notifications silent, phone away. Potato makes the internet boring on purpose, because focus does not appear magically. Focus needs protection. If Potato leaves the door open, the algorithm will walk in wearing a shiny thumbnail and ruin everything. Fourth, Potato tracks output, not watch time. No more saying, I studied for 3 hours. Potato asks, what did I make? One page written, one video edited, one drawing finished, one problem solved, one idea explained without looking at notes. That is progress. If nothing came out, Potato was probably just consuming. Fifth, Potato gets feedback. Real feedback is uncomfortable. Someone says, this part is unclear. This design is messy. This sentence is weak. This code does not work. Potato wants to hide under the desk, but feedback is not an insult. Feedback is a map. It tells Potato where the next improvement lies. The algorithm gives comfort. Feedback gives growth. Potato needs growth. And slowly something changes. Potato starts training the algorithm too. When Potato stops clicking panic videos, fewer panic videos appear. When Potato watches useful videos fully, saves fewer random things, and searches with intention, the internet becomes less noisy. The algorithm is not magic, it follows signals. Potato was feeding it confusion. Now Potato feeds it direction, and this is the big lesson. The goal is not to quit the internet. The internet is powerful. The goal is to stop being dragged by it. Potato can use videos. Potato can use tutorials. Potato can use courses, but only as tools, not as a hiding place. Because learning online is not about finding the perfect video. It is about becoming the kind of Potato who does something after watching. So next time Potato opens the laptop, Potato remembers, the goal is not to watch. The goal is to understand. The goal is not to finish a playlist. The goal is to build something. The goal is not to feel motivated. The goal is to move. Potato will still get distracted sometimes. Of course, Potato will. Potato is still Potato, but now Potato knows the game. The algorithm can suggest. The algorithm can tempt. The algorithm can wave shiny little videos in Potato's face, but Potato does not have to follow, because the laptop can run the internet, but Potato runs Potato's brain. And if this tiny potato can learn that, maybe you can too.